While the guys take a break from transporting Nova, I undo the magical lock on the gate and spread its wings so everyone can enter. However, when I move to follow them, another demon cry rings through the night. The little girl I'm holding tightens her arms around me. I don't have the time to return to the dorm with them. The way from here is completely safe anyway, and there might be the others in danger. Tsurugi, I'm only coming this far. After informing him, I turn to the girl with purple hair and hand the little girl to her. It's safe from here, so you will be fine without me. Okay, call me if there is any problem and stay safe. With a nod, I dash off to look through the fields as the sound of another demonic howl disturbs the silence of the night. I turn in its direction and rush at full speed. I come near the lake located in the academy grounds and can already feel its refreshing scent, but in the forest just beside it, I'm stopped in my tracks. The scene before my eyes takes my breath away. An even bigger group of hankokus than what I met tonight lies on the ground of a little clearing defeated. The marks on the ground and trees, probably from the one who fought them, are like nothing I've ever seen, yet they somehow fill me with fear. I shake my head in an attempt to get rid of the anxious feeling. No, I don't have time to be confused or shaken. I may get attacked at any moment. I tear my eyes away from the annihilated demons just to sense the presence of someone nearby. The sound of breathing, the scent of someone's body, and slightly rustling sounds caused by a little movement. These signs can be easily overlooked, but years of experience taught me to listen to one's instinct. Of course, the one who did this is still nearby, right? And though there is a chance that it's another new member arriving, it's more probable that's not the case. Taking out my swords, I steel myself for defense as I approach the bushes where I saw the movement. The second I get there, the bushes start to rustle loudly and I catch a glimpse of the shadow of a human. Can it be? They are trying to escape. I follow the fleeing person through the wilderness. When I finally manage to grab hold of them, I'm taken aback by the sensation of it. Although I can't see clearly, I can tell from the touch that I got hold of something flurry and living. The next moment, the person I chased grabs me by the hand and pulls with such force I have no chance to resist. Tumbling forward, I fall in a bush covered with flowers, and by the time I look up, there is no trace of the one I pursued. I slump back in the bush and take a deep breath. This is surprisingly soft and comfy. Was that the Shin user? But it had fur, or at least a furry part. Could it be like the black cat dormitory, whatever president, new guy that we do not know nothing about, but has a name of wolf, Okami? I don't know. From what I can tell by its position, probably a tail. Well, wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen on a Shin user, but it's more common for demons and beasts. And some of those beings can take humanoid form too. Then again, that would be the worst case scenario. Demons and beasts with humanoid shape are of high rank. If such a being roams the grounds of the academy, after the mysterious chase in the forest, I didn't have much time to rest as demons kept rampaging all around the academy fields. Fortunately, no more people arrived for the rest of the night, so I could concentrate on defeating the demons. But by the crack of dawn, I am so tired I can barely find my way back to the dorm. Finally, the sun is up. About half of the demon species only move around in the dark, so daytime means less frequent attacks. Handling those is a piece of cake for Rosalind and Tsurugi. Time to sleep. I mumble as I stumble in my room and fall on my back, immediately falling into a dead sleep. I awake from the sound sleep at lunchtime and realize right away that I stayed in my fighting clothes. After a refreshing shower and a change of clothes, I head to the diner where Rosalind and Tsurugi are waiting for me with a warm lunch. Morning. Hope you had sweet dreams. My only answer is a long yawn as I sit down beside them. It takes me no time to devour half of the sweets on the table as the sugar gets in my blood, I finally start to feel alive. Right away, I realize that there is a leaden silence over the whole dorm. No footsteps, no chatting, no sound except for us, even though a bunch of students arrived yesterday. What are all of the new guys doing? Most of them are still asleep. Actually, besides Victoria and the group you found, 5 more arrived. But it turned out they were all dead tired from getting attacked or other problems. Only the scary girl with the guns is up, but she decided to look around the dorm grounds so that she won't disturb their rest. So those 4, it was like 4, right? Those 4 arrived during the night, and apparently 5 more arrived during the morning or something. That's it. Sounds so fun. Sounds so funny how you call her scary even in that context, Tsurugi. She is scary, thoughtful but scary. What about the ones I brought? They are alright. The oldest Nova had a nasty injury, but with a little fairy medicament, he will be healthy again in no time. Like, it's not that you cannot read, it's just the way that it's put out is sometimes it's just, okay. That's a relief. It seems like me when I'm talking, and I'm pretty bad sometimes constructing the sentences because I don't remember certain words and vocabulary and all of it. So it's actually like me. Yeah. But I think you got a fan. Huh? The small girl, Reimei, said that you were really cool and she can't wait to see you again. I don't really know how to feel about that. The other ones who arrived, when did they came? The others? 3 of them back in the morning and a brother and sister in the afternoon. Why? I ran into someone during the night near the lake, but they escaped without me even being able to see their face. I thought it was another new member. No, more like hoped for it. What do you mean? I have a suspicion that it was a demon or beast with a human shape. Huh? I see. That would very well mean a great problem. Well, at least you got away uninjured. On another note, I met another of those people. Again? Yes, I found her near the Rose Gate yesterday. The usual circumstances as always, only this time one of the normal students. She looked like she was unconscious but still walked around. It seemed she was trying to get in the Crystal Rose grounds. Ever since a few months ago, we have witnessed several similar cases. We would find normal people acting strange as if they were sleepwalking. They would usually try to get into the fields of Crystal Rose, which is only allowed for members of the special department. They don't react when we call or shake them. Fortunately, we came to realize that Rosalind's Shin, which neutralizes most supernatural abilities and magic spells, can wake these people. But these incidents keep reoccurring, and we simply can't find a clue as to why. So it's like someone that can, I don't know, hypnotize them or call them in a subconscious way. The only conclusion we can think of is that they are probably controlled by someone based on the fact that Rosalind's Shin works on them. Well, for now, we can't do much but keep an eye out. Today I will straighten the barriers around the academy and the dorms. There are more new members coming today, so we need to prevent any more serious demon intrusions or the possibility of giving the advantage to this controlling individual. She was like saying at the beginning that each year only some Shin would come in. And apparently, like this year, we have like 10 of them. Though it may put a rather heavy strain on me and the dorm guardian. I nod together with Tsurugi, although neither of us is keen on the consequences of these plans. Okay, that's enough discussion for now. Half the day has already passed and we still need to get many things done. Tsurugi, please get ready. Tonight you will be on duty. Cheryl, would you please help out at the student council? She's like, no way. Yeah, we still don't know what is her grip with the student council president, but yeah, there's something going on in there. If that's your wish, but please at least bring me the documents needed for finishing up the registration of the new students. I sigh even at the thought of it. But if Rosalind says it like that, then she won't accept no for an answer. I understand. Alright, then I wish good luck to everyone. Yeah, good luck, Cheryl. Let's hope you won't make Hiryu too grumpy. These guys are almost as tiring as that stern, duty-loving Hiryu. This time around, I decide to skip helping out at the student council by taking a nap on a tree just beside the main building of the academy. Hopefully, Hiryu won't expect to find me so close. Moreover, I will be able to see if he leaves and can get the documents while he is away. While waiting for him to leave, the warm sunlight and peaceful surroundings make me feel drowsy and I slowly fall into a deep slumber. Why? Why did such a thing have to happen? This child shouldn't have been born. Oh my god. We can't let anyone meet her. Hey, have you heard about the young lady? Yeah, such a disaster. I jerk awake from my depressing nightmares. These dreams. I rub my temples to dispel the feelings left behind by those nightmares and recover. After that, I just keep looking up at the sky and observing the various shapes of clouds. The sound of someone hitting on the bench beneath is probably beneath the tree I'm resting on draws my attention away from the beautiful spring skies. Must be a new student. Out of curiosity, I peek out of the leaves to see the person, though I'm not in the mood to deal with anyone right now. Surprisingly, I find a stranger with golden eyes staring right back at me. Oops, they were looking upward. The pair of golden eyes belong to a boy with grey hair, who only seems to have one little bag with him. His dark, ringed eyes are cold and steely at first, but they are filled with surprise in a few seconds. He opens his lips as if he wants to say something, but then closes them again. For a minute, he averts his eyes and ponders what to do. Hi. He sounds a bit uncertain, rubbing the back of his head. Hello? I should at least ask if he needs help. That's the least I could do after ditching my duties for the day. Besides, he seems lost. You are a new student, aren't you? Do you need help with finding your dorm, perhaps? Yes, that would be great. I can seem to find my way around here. Which dorm? I think it's called something Rose? Crystal Rose? Then you will be part of the special department, right? Yes, that's it. So he is another new student who owns a Shin. I mean, we've been kind of like... we've been kind of ditching our duty, so I mean, at least we should show him the way. I will show you there. I answer while pushing myself up and jumping off the tree. I land beside the boy who stands up in the meantime. His gaze shows the same coldness that I got a glimpse of before, but as he looks at me now closer, the look in his eyes becomes gentle and even faint smile flickers across his face. Thank you, that's really nice of you. I'm Cheryl Shiganori. Nice to meet you, Cheryl. My name is Shin Nitre. Okay. Thank you for your help. I turn to leave when my eyes wander to the main building. It's getting late, so I should probably take the documents with me. Is it alright if we take a little detour? I've got something to do in this building. Shin glances over where I'm pointing to. Shin glances over where I'm pointing to. I can see some hesitation flicker through his expression, but he agrees with a nod in the end. I nod too and start off towards the entrance. While walking through the corridors, I glance over my shoulders back at Shin. He doesn't seem too comfortable. He fidgets with his bag and looks anxiously around as if he only wants to get out of here. Our eyes lock once again, but neither of us looks aside. Rather, Shin uses these to start a conversation. They keep going like the Shin. Like, every time I see his name, I kind of like go into the other. This place is rather extravagant, isn't it? They could have found like another type of name, you know. Really. For me, it's calming. Though it's true this school counts as well-known elite academy. An elite academy. He seems even more uneasy now. Although like Shin, the word Shin, when I hear like Shin, it's related to death too, so yeah. We arrive at the student council office door, where I take my time to enter, first knocking, and when no sound can be heard from inside, I cautiously open the door and step in. Meanwhile, Shin follows my actions closely, confused as to why I'm suddenly acting so strange. Despite being confused, he doesn't question me or look annoyed, he only follows me in silence. After flicking through a few documents on the tables, I manage to find the ones I need in one of the boxes. I snatch it and turn to Shin to tell him we can leave now, but along the way, my eyes drift on a little fridge by the side of the room. I spring to it almost instinctively. I fling it open and chance upon a bit of a strawberry ice cream in the freezer. Without hesitation, I take it out and after unwrapping, plop it in my mouth. At the sight, Shin brings his hand to his mouth as a means to stop himself from chuckling out loud. Unaffected, I take hold of his wrist and pull him after me. I'm about to open the door when the sound of familiar, hurried footsteps starts echoing in the corridor. I gulp and the ice cream falls out of my mouth. I will be killed if he finds me here. I look around the room frantically to find a way to escape. The window and the tree. Is she going to jump from there? What about the boy? I rush to the window and open it wide. A soft spring breeze starts drifting in and makes the curtains below lightly as I turn on my heels towards Shin. Can you climb trees? Yeah. Good, then follow me. I get on the windowsill and leap forward, grabbing the closest branch with one hand and balancing the box of documents in the other. Bouncing to the lower lower bar? I don't know this word, sorry. I reach the ground in a few seconds and look up, waiting for Shin. He follows me flawlessly without worrying for even a moment. He is athletic. I grab his arm the moment he lands and drag him after me as I speed off past the gates in the direction of our dorm. I only slow down when we arrive at the gateway of Crystal Rose Fields. Shin stands beside me, a bit overwhelmed by the sight. No wonder this is the entrance of the Crystal Coast fields, which are the domain of fairies. In these areas, nature is in full bloom and the buildings here are all taken care of by Fairy Garden. And this magnificent already shows here at the entrance. And this magnificence already... Okay. These are the rose gates, the entrance to the fields of the special department. They are usually locked and only members can enter, but this time around it should be open because of the new arrivals. Amazing, it's even more extravagant than the building we were in, but it somehow makes me feel calm. Well, it's a home for fairies after all. What? Never mind. Rosaline will explain everything to them soon anyway. As I push one of the wings of the gates, I remember my conversation with Lila the day before. You should visit the new dorm president in the Black Cat dorm. He is really strange. Checking the time on my cell, I make sure that I still have enough time. Like the way sometimes they put the sentences in here, it's just I don't know how to say it. It's like it's totally readable, and when I read it again, because I was like, oh, I'm not let me read it, I feel like, oh yeah, it's okay, like it's understandable and all of it. It's just the way it is put, like certain sentences in here that kind of messes with my mind. I don't know how to say it. Another thing that also messes with me is this cell thing, because I don't know, at least in here we say phone. Checking time on my phone, or you say like cell phone, or you say phone, but just cell for me it's like what? Yeah, I keep having like this I don't know, but maybe for you it's normal and it's just me that I'm feeling awkward with certain words and sentences in here. I don't know. Could you take this with you? Sure. Thanks. In the dorm, find Rosaline. She will help with moving in. See ya. Got it. You helping me a lot too. See you later. I arrive at the doorway of the Black Cat dorm with hasty steps, but stop myself from bursting in and instead open the door rather carefully. Oh, it seems like it needs some renovation, right? There's like a lot of things that seem like dirty in here and cracked and all of it. The doors, windows, and all the facilities here are a bit old and run down, so one should pay close attention if they want to avoid breaking anything. In the dorm, it's dead silent. I don't run into anyone as I cross the corridor searching for the new dorm president. Black Cat has always been the least inhabited dorm, but this year it's even worse. However, considering the rumors circulating about it, it's not shocking. Not many want to spend their nights in a blood-curdling haunted house inhabited by a terrified monster. As I wander around the deserted building, the sweet fragrance of chocolate fills the corridors. So there is someone in the dorm. Curiously, I follow my favorite scent towards a half-open door. I peek in and see that it's one of the rooms for the residents, not the kitchen or a common room. This is a private room, so maybe I should turn back. Maybe it's a chance for us to meet someone. I sneak in, looking high and low for the origin of the fragrance. This place seems well lived in despite all the rumors. So not everyone gets frightened away from living here. On the coffee table near the window, I spot a couple of mugs with steam rising from them. I approach the table and crouch down beside it to take a sniff. Hot cocoa. And it smells delicious. As if under a spell, I lift one of the cups. When the door behind me slowly opens, I leap out the window at lightning speed, the mug still in my hand. Outside, I flatten myself against the wall under the window. Only then do I look down at the mug full of hot cocoa that I've accidentally brought with me. I guess I stole it. But actually, I don't feel guilty. How could I resist my favorite sweet? Like, she has really weird, she performs weird actions, you know, like, you understand that she's trying to avoid people and she's not the social type of person. But at the same time, she's not altruistic at all in the way of like thinking about the others. Which is like, she was there with the guy and she kind of left him behind without even thinking about it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And this is like not the first time. So it's, yeah, she kind of has like some weird, weird reactions to things. I don't know. I lift it close to my face to sniff it before bringing it to my lips. You know, that can be far more delicious. I peer up and see a silver-haired guy beaming down at me with a vibrant smile, not even a bit angry or annoyed. Far from it. He seems happy to see me there with the stolen mug in my hands. He extends his hand, asking me to return the mug for a minute. Reluctantly, I give it back and he disappears from the window. Then a second later, I hear him making clattering noises inside. I peek into the room and see him adding something white in the dark brown liquid, then placing it on the coffee table. With an inviting glance towards me, he starts taking little sips from the other mug of steaming drink. For a few minutes, I only eye him and the appetizing delicacy from outside. I usually keep my distance from people at first, even if they offer me something I like. Moreover, he somehow seems strange. Yeah, because you do not seem weird and strange either, girl. I don't know. At that thought, an idea forms in my mind. Are you the new president here? Yes, that would be me. My name is Osamu Okami, and I'm happy to finally be able to talk to you. Oh. Who did the director send here this time? I know that if the director sent him, we don't need to worry, but do you know me? Have we met before? Kind of. What kind of answer is that? Osamu keeps drinking with a smile on his face. He glances at me from time to time, not bothering to explain his answer or ask me to come in. He seems perfectly content with the situation. In the end, I hop into the room, snatch the mug, and sit up against the wall as far away from him as possible. I take a great gulp from the drink and realize Osamu has put some marshmallows and whipped cream in it. Like this thing, I don't know. I don't remember honestly. They kind of have that too. Yeah, like in there in Asia, yeah, they kind of have that thing with marshmallows too. But this thing of like eating marshmallows, and I see that a lot in America, and when I was in there, it was like a very common thing. But let me tell you something, in Europe, this is not a common thing. Like, oh, eating the marshmallows and heating it up, and you do have them. We don't care about them. I don't know how to put it in another way. It's like that. So every time I see like, and he's going to put marshmallows in there, I'm like, yeah, sure. We don't care about it, you know. We don't have that thing. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like when I went to America and you have like a crazy thing for peanut butter. And for us, like, well, peanut butter, we don't, you know, we have it in here, but we don't even care. Like, some people eat it, but it's just like so few, you know, that is, we don't care about that. So kind of like funny with marshmallows in here. It really is far more delicious. Yeah, but I think like in Japan, I think they also eat marshmallows, but I also don't think it's a big thing, okay, as in America. It really is far more delicious. Happy you like it. My only reaction is to stare at him in silence. This appears to not bother Osamu either, and he still keeps smiling at me. I don't like this. I feel like he can see right through me while I have no idea what is going on in his head. I swallow the cocoa down in a few gulps, and after putting it down, I dash off the room. Bye. I still manage to catch another glimpse of his ever-present smile as he says goodbye. But for a brief moment, it seems somehow sad. I leave the building and head back to my dorm. Ah, welcome back, Cheryl. You're already leaving for night duty? Yep, I decided to take some precautions and set up several light traps around the academy, so I have to start early to get everything done. Be careful. Tsurugi walks away with a cheerful smile. I imagine his joy about night duty is connected to the increasing number of girls here. I decide to have dinner and then turn in early so that I won't be tired tomorrow, even if I need to give a helping hand to Tsurugi during the night ahead. Oh, Cheryl, you arrived just in time for the first Crystal Rose assembly. Oh, so that's today. I walk up to Rosalind to join her in explaining everything to the new members of the special department. Then Rosalind turns back to all the people seated around the table. Well, everyone, let me introduce you to Cheryl Shinagori. She is the vice president of Crystal Rose, so please count on her anytime you need help. The vice president? Serious? Wow, no wonder she's so strong. Hey, you're disturbing... I too. The girl who bumped into me yesterday and left right after, even though you could have helped us find this place. Think you did. After that, we were lost for 2 whole hours. Laggy, it wasn't such a big deal. Have we met before? Huh? I averted my eyes as the red-haired guy is stuck to his seat by his friends. My gaze drifts to another similar figure sitting in the room. You're a member of the special department too? That means you have an ability as well. She does have one, and believe me, it's an amazing sight when she fights. Hey, is everyone finished with the chit-chat already? The president was just about to explain some important things. Relax, little one. There is no harm in a little chatter now and then. That's true, but this still isn't the time. Many of the people here are still exhausted or even injured, so... But there is no better medicine than... That will be enough, so everyone, please shut up. The noise in the room ceases immediately at Rosalind's imperious voice. I feel a chill running down my back at hearing this tone of hers. For a moment, everyone stays frozen, then they all snap back to their seats. Now that I look around carefully, I can see that the number of new members is almost double of what I knew about. Yeah, there's a ton of people. Now let me continue. I have already explained how our world is inhabited by far more types of beings than most humans know of. Most of you have already met demons on the way here, but beside them, there are also fairies and beasts, for example. And next, let's talk about the reason why you are all here now. Each of you owns a sort of a special ability. We call this power Shin, and well, to tell you the truth, our information about it is rather vague. We barely have anything that we are sure of regarding this power. What? But why? Because it has only appeared in the past few decades, and all the Shins we have seen so far differ tremendously. We are having a rather hard time drawing any certain conclusions. But are there some things that we can be sure of? Yes, there are. One thing we can be sure of is that the ones who possess the Shin have all been born in the past 20 years. I peek at Rosalind as she pauses for a bit before adding the other fact. The other thing is its side effect that without doubt all of you have already experienced in some form. Misfortune. Bimbogami? Misfortune. Like what? Like always losing your things? It can cause almost anything. From minor unluckiness such as losing things to actual tragedies such as becoming an orphan. To put this misfortune also encompasses drawing in the attacks of demons, beasts and other harmful beings. That means most of the people anxiously shift in their seats, look down or get a far off look in their eyes. That sounds a bit exaggerated to me, causing tragic fates, deaths and such. Believe me, it's not. Yeah, far from it. But if it's like that, then it pretty much seems like we are sentenced to suffer. It's kind of weird that you have like the faces on the right side when in most of the games you have them at the left side. So like... My eyes keep drifting there, but it's weird. Just because it's totally cool, it's just that we are not used to. Yes, it does seem like that. But that's the reason we all gather here, isn't it? Here, the founders of this special department managed to put up a spell called Fairy Shelter that decreases the effect of this misfortune by close to half. In addition, the dorm and the whole academy are protected by barriers that make it harder for most of the harmful creatures to enter. So we can calmly say that inside here, you can live more safely than ever before. And during the days you spend here, you will be trained and taught how to use your Shin so that you will have the power to take a stand in what lies ahead of you. The expressions of the people around the room softened slightly at Rosalind's encouragement. Well, life here isn't a piece of cake either, but this place gives us hope. Alright, I'll give my all to become just like Cheryl. That's the spirit, Reimei. What? Why do you want to be like her? Also, as you probably know, while you live here, you will be students in the academy and take part in classes, events, and such things. Though you will have different schedules and different rules to obey than the normal students. Lastly, I hope this is obvious, but no one normal human can come. But no one normal human. See, like the way sometimes the sentences are put in here, it gets awkward to me when I'm reading. I don't know. But no normal human can come. See, for me, it's like no one normal. Like, what? But no normal human can come to know about the true nature of Crystal Rose. So you will have to do your training and CR activities in secret. CR activities. CR would be the abbreviation of Crystal Rose. Our activities include many things like taking care of harmful demons and helping out other Shin bearers. With that, I think I have explained everything you need to know. Is there anything that I forgot about, Cheryl? Yes, a bunch. For example, is this like those choices that sorry, I needed to stretch a bit. Yeah, muscles. Okay, are these the kind of like choices that like you choose one and then you still need to do all of the others? Yeah, probably, because you have like that's all. Yeah. Okay, then we start first one about leaving the academy fields. Okay. New members are prohibited from leaving school grounds. What? No way. Seriously? You're kidding. You expect us to stay here all the time? Well, till you get permission from one of us. While the three guys grunted, the others took it rather calmly. It actually seems reasonable to me. Huh? Which part? 3 blockheads. Hey, that's not nice. But true, they just explained that we attract misfortune. Yeah. I mean, they have like powers, superpowers, whatever. And they attract misfortune. So, I mean, yeah, it's normal that they kind of like need to be like supervised. Especially because they are among the humans too, you know. And with so many Shin users here, just imagine how many demons are waiting outside the walls of this school. Yeah, there's also that too. That's for sure. So, about the rose gates. Turning on my heel, I walk to the counter where there is a box filled with keys that end in a flower shape. I bring the box to the table where everyone takes one out. Oh yes, I almost forgot that. Only members are allowed in the field. Sorry, because asthma. It's getting into me again. Only members are allowed in the fields of our dorms, so the entrance to Rose Gates is usually locked. And that would be the key you would use to open it. She almost forgot to tell us such an important thing. So about members who are away. Besides the people here, there are 3 more members who are away at the moment. Eh? Where are they? On missions. Missions? That sounds cool. Cool, more like hard. And what is their mission? I'm mostly searching for other Shin users. Then I think we met one of them. Yes, we were told to come here by someone who said she was also a student here. Do they leave the country to went on a mission? Rosaline and I pick at each other. Could that mean only the strongest ones, and only one out of those three is allowed to? A tall guy with blonde hair and piercings. That's right. Good to know that he's still alive. I turn to Shin to ask him about the details of their meeting, but the words get stuck in my throat when I see Shin's cold skull. About Rui. You forgot to tell them about Rui. Rui, that's a cute name. You find every girl's name cute. And who is this Rui? I'm the house fairy. Rui appears out of nowhere behind Leggy, floating in the air with her head downwards. Ah! Leggy jolts hard, screams, then leaps into the other corner of the room. God, don't appear so suddenly behind someone's back. Now, calm down, Leggy. Really, how can you get scared of such a cutie pie? I'm not scared. I just hate surprises. First time I've seen someone react like that. While the people around the table keep arguing, Rui floats to me. Cheryl, am I scary? Does she really need to ask that? About the recent problems. They should also know about our recent problems. Ah, yes. Now that all the students are back, we can expect more of these kinds of incidents to happen. Incidents. That sounds a bit worrying. It does. There have been cases in the past few months where we found normal people wandering close to our fields. They were in a kind of unconscious state and didn't remember what happened after they woke up. We are in the middle of investigating these cases, but so far the only conclusion we can draw is that they are probably controlled by someone. Controlled? But that means someone is trying to get inside here. And they are probably up to no good. Their intentions are dubious. They indeed try to get in, but no person has been hurt so far. Like no one person. Like some sentences in here mess with me. I don't know. So, but no person has been hurt so far, so we can just be sure they mean any harm. Moreover, we have already found a way to deactivate this control. Rosaline steps beside me and holds up my arm to show the others the gloves I'm wearing. In your rooms, you will find a pair of gloves beside your school's uniform. These gloves store part of my Shin, which is neutralization. It makes others' powers inactive, and these gloves let you use it too. If you were to meet a person who is controlled, touch them with these, and it should work with no problem. Neutralization, that means if we were to fight you, we wouldn't be able to use our abilities. Exactly. But that means you actually can't beat anyone alone. After all, it's a defensive ability. Well, we will see about that soon. They are making the same mistake as everyone who stands up against Rosaline. Her ability may be mainly defensive, but in a fight, a lot depends on how one uses their powers. And Rosaline is an expert in that. So that's all. Is it just me, or does President Rosaline seem rather forgetful? She left out about half the things she needed to say, and most of them are pretty significant things. Well, everyone has their faults. From the whispering of the two girls, it seems they misunderstood the situation. Rosaline has probably the best memory in the world. There is no way she would forget about anything. Maybe she just wanted her to say something and interact with them. Maybe it was like in that regard. The problem is with her sense of humor, okay? And from the way she's smiling, I'm pretty sure there is still something left unsaid. As I rack my brain for the missing info, Rosaline decides to finish up. Well, that would be all for today. Please have a square meal and a good night's sleep, because tomorrow we will have an early morning and a busy day. At 8 o'clock, Cheryl and Tsurugi will take you to the main building for the opening ceremony, and after that, Rui and I will take the measurements for your fighting clothes. Fighting clothes? We're getting another uniform? No, fighting clothes will be adjusted to each person according to their Shin and physical abilities. Cool, can't wait to see what mine will look like. As the mood in the dining room brightens, Rui and some of the others bring out several different dishes. Most of the group seems to get along rather well, although some of the boys keep bickering. One of them is the redhead, who is called Leggy, and who seems to be holding a grudge against me now. Meanwhile, Shin keeps out of the conversation, and when someone talks to him, he answers curtly in a cold manner. He seems like the shy type of guy. To be honest, I probably wouldn't go after one or the other, but let's go to the probably more energetic type of guy. I peer at Leggy from where I'm standing. Where I'm sitting, sorry. He laughs wholeheartedly and ruffles Reimei's hair playfully. The little girl pouts a bit, but then breaks into a wide grin. He actually seems like a nice person. As I wonder about that, his gaze falls on me. What? Like me having issues with some certain sentences in here. As I wonder, as I wonder about why his gaze falls. I don't know why he gazes on me, and he realizes I've been watching him. Whatever. I'll leave it. Next. I stoically avert my stare and only look back from the corner of my eyes. He's looking in my direction, dumbfounded. Cheryl, say, how long have you stayed here? About 3 years. That's long. So you have been here since you were 9 or 10? 12. Cheryl is turning 16 this year. Eh? I totally thought you were younger. You are rather short, but that means we are the same age. I'm completely normal size. You are the overgrown one. I turn away, not bothering to look back, even when Shin joins in. I thought you were younger too, so you are as old as me. And Cheryl, do you go on missions too? After all, you are probably one of the strongest ones here. From time to time. Oh, that reminds me. You've got a mission tomorrow, Cheryl. There was a ruckus in town yesterday too, and I would like you to check the area. Maybe some Shin users got into a fight on their way here. Understood. Everyone keeps silent and pays close attention to our talk. Only when we finish do they continue the chatter. Now that I think about it, I don't know the name of most people here. Oh, it's true, only Rosaline and Cheryl introduce themselves properly to everyone. Then let's get it done. I'm Leggy, nice to meet you all, everyone. So my name is Victoria Drewell, and I'm Risho, and this is my adorable little sister Reimei. You didn't let her finish. I'm called Yosei and happy to meet so many beautiful... Shut it. And this one is called Inshu. I'm Kotoyo, and the tall guy beside me is Nova. And though he seems to be huge and intimidating, he is like a papa bear, kind-hearted and loves to take care of others. It's like the Oni-chan kind of thing. Oh, so we have a pair of lovebirds. What? No, we aren't. Oh, maybe they are. Dane here, hobby is teasing, and I suggest you don't try to shake hands with me. Probably like one of my favorites, right? I always like the teasing ones. He has like a troublemaker kind of like face that I'm like, but I don't think he's a love interest though. Eh, why? Try it and maybe you will find out. In the end, only Shin and the siblings are left, but they don't seem to be in a rush to make their introductions. They wait until it comes down to do their part. Sorry. We are Lorioth and Julie Blanchett. I was sure you were sister and brother since you look almost the same. Of course. Uh-huh. Twins. Eh, really? An excited Reimei leans over the table and starts chatting with the quiet girl, and while they start to get acquainted, the others turn to Shin. I keep saying "eh" because it's a very common thing when you are reading original Japanese games. It's a very common thing in Japan, you know, with Japanese. It's like they saying "eh," like what? It's like "eh." They use these constantly. So many times when you see like that "eh" in there, it's like it's actually they saying like "eh." A scene a nitrate. Huh? An awkward silence falls over the room after seeing Kurt's introduction, and no one can bring themselves to break it. In the end, I get enough of it, and pushing back my chair, I get on my feet. Good night. Without further ado, I leave my room, but I still hear the exclamations of the people I left behind. Yeah. She kind of has, like our main protagonist, she kind of has her personality too, which sometimes I kind of feel like it's a bit awkward too. What is with this girl? I can't understand her way of thinking. Okay, yeah, sure, it is probably related to trauma that she has from being rejected by her family, you know, which kind of seems like that. And she doesn't like to interact much, she's not very sociable and all of it, yeah, but sometimes she has like some kind of attitudes, I don't know. She kind of pisses me off. Actually, I think I took a liking to her. Because you see, like, they were just introducing themselves, and she's like, oh, okay, I have enough of this, and just out, you know, bye. I don't know, it feels very detached, you know, I don't know. On the morning of the entrance ceremony, I get up early and go to check if everything went all right with Tsurugi's night duty. Rosalind is already up and about, and according to her, there weren't any more problems other than a few stray ankoku. The strengthened barriers seem to have done what they were supposed to. I then take a few pancakes on the plate, go outside the dorm, and take a sit. The forest is calm, and the fragrance of flowers is blown in by the light spring breeze. As my gaze drifts to the shadows of the trees, I catch a glance from time to time of a faint globe of light dancing from one tree to another. Fairies, there are several other ones living here beside Rui, who help her take care of this place. Hey! At the sound of someone speaking behind me, I turn around. Morning to you too. Then I get back to eating my breakfast, not paying him any more mind. Hey, you're Cheryl, right? Don't you think you should apologize for yesterday? You were rather rude, leaving without saying anything. Moreover, you could have helped us. Perhaps you should ask properly next time. I shut him down and turned back to my breakfast, ignoring him from then on. Well, that's for sure. With the way you acted, I don't think anyone would have the goodness to give you a helping hand. Besides, she was obviously in a hurry. If you would pay a little attention to your surroundings, you would have already realized how much trouble Cheryl and the others have been having the past few days. Like this, the way she reacted is completely understandable. And laggy. You should seriously quit acting the way you did back then, or at least think things through. I know it's just a habit, but most people won't like that. Leggy grunts and, for the first time, seems to start thinking about it seriously with furrowed brows. While he is thinking, I finish the last piece of my meal, get on my feet, and enter the dorm, not waiting for him to finish. Did she seriously leave? Just like that? An hour later, the whole of Crystal Rose, except for Rosalind, is standing outside the main building of the academy, waiting for the opening ceremony to start. The gathering students of the normal department pass by us one after another. None of them miss the opportunity to peek curiously at our group. Yeah, that's like another thing that they have a lot. In America, I don't know. But like they have a lot, like in Japan, which is like the opening ceremony kind of thing. We do not have that in here. Like you start school, you start classes, and that's it. There's no like opening ceremony. What the heck, you know? I mean, it's cool. It's actually cool in the way of like you end up meeting the person that is in charge of the school and all of the teachers and all of it. But in here is more like, man, you start the classes and that's it, you know. That's how it is in here. Some don't even try to contain their excitement and stop near us, shattering and glancing in our direction repeatedly. Wow, that's Crystal Rose. Their group is as breathtaking as ever. And they have so many new members. There are some real hotties among the CR girls this year too. I hope some of them will attend classes with us. Why are you two so thrilled, and what is CR? Ah, you are new here, so you don't know about them. You know, CR is... Is it just me, or are we really the center of attention? Unmistakably. No way, we are just standing out a bit because of the different uniforms. I don't think so, darling. Those girls there have been giggling about which of us they like most for quite a while now, and that other group is arguing about whether to try talking with one of us. Well, Crystal Rose is an exclusive class into the school which only a few can enter. And we not only have our own dorm, but also different schedules and uniforms. That's why our special class is well known throughout the whole academy. That sounds troublesome, always being in the center of attention. Like Andrew, she's my girl, you know? Yeah. Nah, it's not. It's not this intense usually. It's just rare that there are so many of us. Oh yeah, and with beauties like myself along with the ladies here, we must be even more eye-catching. That's for sure, girls were always fawning over you. No doubt they will be all over you even more now. Ow, enough of the flattery, Andrew. Good for you that you are used to it. I have no idea how to even react to this kind of attention. Yep, being popular out of nowhere sounds hard. Suddenly, the chimes of a bell ring through the air, signaling that the opening ceremony is starting. Oh my god, my voice is starting to crack. Don't think it over, just act as usual. I cut everyone off curtly and start walking off with Tsuguri beside me. The opening ceremony is going smoothly, though most of the CR members are rather tense with so much attention on them. I can't see anything. Come here, little one. Lucky lifts the little girl on his shoulder with ease, a warm smile on his face. He seemed rude at first, but in truth he is kind. Even though he was nervous, now he doesn't even notice that the girls are whispering about how lovely he is. Tsuguri sits down beside me and nods towards a group of girls who can't take their eyes off Lucky. I look at them and then turn back to watch the red-haired guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah. Can I date this one? I don't even know. I think you can date Laggy, that shy boy. I just said his name. The Shin. I don't know if I can date this one. I don't know. We'll see it. Say, Cheryl. I turn to Tsuguri to see a worried expression on his face. I would love to date the Dane guy. Yeah, that guy. He has like, I don't know, like some kind of an evil expression. I don't know. Troublemaker, evil teaser expression. We're like, but I don't think that one is dateable. You have already talked with that guy named Shin, right? That's right. Then maybe you will have more success in talking with him than me. He finishes in a whisper as he takes a worried glance at the corner of the gardens. Shin is there, leaning on one of the trees far away from everyone, and it seems like he has no intention of coming any closer. At the beginning, he stayed with us, but it probably became too much for him. I tried keeping him company, but he was cold towards me. I stand up, patting Tsuguri's shoulder as I walk up to the lonely boy. He's rather pale. I mumble in a soft voice, then step in front of him, peering into his face. You are right. Eh? Yeah, I'm alright. After his answer, I keep staring at him without uttering another word. I'm just not used to crowds, or this kind of attention, or extravagant places. I don't make any attempt to console him or start a conversation. I just step beside him and lean my back on the tree too. There is no need to worry, so you don't have to stay. I ignore his statement and keep standing there silent. Shin is confused at first but doesn't insist. As we stay there in silence, I can feel that he's starting to relax. So you have been here for 3 years now? Yeah. And how did you live before that? Traveling. Traveling? That must have been dangerous for you. It was, and at the same time it wasn't. How can that be? He isn't cold towards me, unlike Tsurugi, sorry. It's possible, just, Miss Tyra? Hey children, what are you doing here away from everyone else? Miss Tyra, good morning. Morning, and I hope you had a great vacation, Cheryl. And who is this beside you? Shin Nighttray, one of our new members. I see. Nice to meet you, Shin. I'm Tyra, one of the teachers here. I will make sure you will enjoy my classes. The warm smile disappears from Shin's face in a second and is replaced with a cold glare. Shin only replies to Miss Tyra's greeting after a long, awkward silence. After that, he grumbles something about returning to the dorm and leaves. Did I perhaps disturb you or something? No. Seeing as I don't know any more than her, Miss Tyra excuses herself to get back to work. Well, we do not know what is his special ability. Imagine, maybe he can sense auras or he can read minds. Okay, and maybe that's why he ends up being cold with some people, because he can see something that we are not seeing. I stride back to Tsurugi and sit down beside him. Shin, he is kind to me but cold when others appear, even though he doesn't know neither me nor them. Yeah, so it's probably part of his ability. I sit there deep in thought till the end of the ceremony, then Tsurugi calls out to the CR members, beckoning them to follow us back to the dorm. I stand up and turn, ready to leave with them, but then feel someone grabbing the collar of my shirt and pulling me backwards. We got caught. Like hell are you leaving? I forgot about him. Iryu starts dragging me back with a strong hold on my clothes. The normal department students look on us from afar laughing, or just simply talking about how this year is starting with our usual fight too. What is going on? That guy is taking Cheryl away. What? Hideo, and you are taking Cheryl. Could you please leave her? No. But she has skipped 2 days of helping out. He is furious. This time I won't be able to get away. Tsurugi seems to have realized that too, and he is the last person who would go against Iryu. Good luck, Tsurugi. You too. You are letting him take her away? Gad, stay away. Huh? After being dragged to the student council, I'm seated at a table packed with piles of paper. They saved the work that I skipped before. I get started on looking through and sorting documents, but even as hours pass, the piles don't become any less horrific. After 4 hours of this monotonous work, not even halving the bundles of paper, I reach my limit and drop my head on the desk. I have had enough paperwork for a lifetime. With a sigh, I tilt my head to see Hideo sitting beside me, a look of intense concentration on his face. He has been working ever since we arrived, and he doesn't seem the least bit beat. My eyes follow his every move as he keeps on finishing one document after the other. As he brings a paper close to his face, I catch sight of his freshly bandaged elbow. Without much thinking, I reach out and gently poke at the injured arm. Again? Hideo only looks at me from the corner of his eyes, shrugging his shoulders. Just the usual, it will heal in no time. I only take my eyes off him when I hear the door opening. A familiar figure steps in, drawing my attention to him. His gaze sweeps through the room. When it lands on me, a smile spread over his face. I think you can date this guy too. And I think the other one you can date too. The student council. Yeah, I think you can date that one too. That's a nice pack of documents you have there. Osamu. At the mention of that name, Hiryu finally looks up from the papers. The new president of the Black Cat dorm. Yeah, that would be me. I heard you've been searching for me. Hiryu eyes him coldly, then stands up and introduces himself with the greatest scowl that could appear on a person's face. So I wasn't the only one upsetting him these days. Osamu must have arrived quite a while ago, and yet they are only meeting now. Hiryu walks around the office with Osamu at his side, gathering up a load of documents and a long to-do list for the new dorm president. And though Hiryu doesn't lessen his frigid behavior towards him, Osamu acts totally unfazed by it. I'm somehow unable to take my eyes off the pair, but that doesn't go unnoticed. Cheryl, work. No way, this is far more interesting than paperwork. Finally, we got all the registration documents here. Maybe we can finish with all the paperwork tomorrow. Miss Tyra, who is the advisor of the student council, walks in and puts 3 more boxes of paper on the table, which finally draws my attention away from the duo. Cheryl, you are here. Did you get caught? You really shouldn't make Hiryu run around after you next time. Knowing her, it would take 1,000 years to make her take these duties of hers seriously. Well, no one likes paperwork. I actually do like paperwork. I like a lot, especially like records, organizing and all of it. Yeah, I like that. Preparing, organizing. Yeah. I like the manual type of work, not so much the one that makes you really think about things. But that's me. When it comes to like thinking about things, I prefer to leave that to my spare time. You know, I'm completely the opposite of most people. Like when I'm doing my spare time and hobbies and all of it, I like to think about things. When I'm working, it's just like, just give me something that is like manual and repetitive and I don't have to even think about that I'm working, you know. But that's me. Miss Tyra, I need your help. Osamu Okami has finally decided to come. We should do all the work now that he is here. The rumored ghost boy. Where is he? Miss Tyra looks around in confusion. We follow her gaze, only to realize that the 3 of us are the only ones in the room. Where did he go? So the rumor is true. He can disappear into thin air. Hiryu and Miss Tyra look around. After ascertaining that the previously gathered documents were taken along, they take a look outside in the corridor. Now is my chance. I hastily stand up, run to the window, and open it with a creak. The next minute, I'm climbing down the tree in the backyard, most of my sight still blocked by the foliage. I jump down from one of the lower branches. But instead of the ground, I land in a pair of strong arms. What is he doing here? I think you should hurry if you want to get away. He says that with a gentle smile, but he doesn't seem to be planning on putting me down. I push myself out of his arms forcefully and glare at him, but when the window above us creaks, I decide to listen to his warning. I think this guy, Osamu, is probably like the one that kind of like, at the moment, for me, I think this guy is probably the one that fits the most with her and her personality. I keep feeling that because like the student council president, she keeps like avoiding him. The red hair guy, yeah, he's kind, but he's kind of like also pissed with her. I don't know. Then we have like the shy guy, Shin. He's cool with her, but I mean, he's very introverted too, and she's introverted too. And I feel like this guy might be among all of them. I kind of feel like maybe this guy is the one that I can see fitting maybe better with her right now. I don't know. I don't like that guy. Me saying this as she's like, I don't like that guy. I do think you might like him. I think he might be more the type that is like the most appropriate for her. I don't know. But I still don't know much about him, you know. We just passed just a little scene with him. He's the type to hide his feelings and thoughts with a smile, wearing an innocent look even in such a suspicious situation. It feels like we acted exactly according to what he expected. I arrived back at the dorm with my head filled with thoughts of that strange guy. At the entrance, I stand still for a moment and shake my head a few times. I will simply avoid him from now on. I don't think so, girl. I think he might actually be... I have like this sensation that this Osamu guy is probably the one I can see fitting the better with her. But I still don't know much about him. There are more important things to deal with now. While entering the dorm, I take a peek at the clock on my phone. I should leave for my mission soon. After a light meal and getting ready in my room, I head out again. On the way to the entrance, I pass by some of our new members. You are already leaving, Cheryl? Good luck on the mission. Leggy walks beside him, looking in my direction. As I exit the building, I don't notice Leggy stopping in his tracks, like he wanted to say something. Cheryl, wait. I'm put to a stop by one of Leggy's friends who runs up to me while shouting. Sorry for stopping you, but I wanted to ask if you could please overlook the way Leggy acted before. I like this girl, and I would date her. He usually acts before thinking and is rather hot-headed, but he is also kind, helpful, and warm-hearted. I realized that, and from the way he looked at me just now, I could tell he thought it properly through afterward. My remarks catch Anju by surprise. We didn't expect to hear that. You were eavesdropping? No, just... Yosei is interrupted by Leggy, who steps closer to me, scratching his head. I'm sorry. I was wrong and misjudged you. I acknowledge his apology with a silent nod, then turn around ready to leave. I'm off. Take care. As Rosaline instructed me, I head out into town as the last rays of the setting sun fade. I spent hours in the quiet eastern area searching for traces of the supposed fight, but I only managed to find a few scratches on the wall that seemed rather freshly made. So there was a fight here. But with this little of a lid, I cannot tell exactly what happened or if there were any Shin bearers involved. And even if they were involved and are still alive, they are probably hiding somewhere. Aimlessly searching like this anymore would be pointless, especially in the current circumstances. I'll report to Rosaline and we will keep close watch over the nights ahead so we can act as soon as something happens in town. On the way back to the school grounds, I noticed that someone is standing in front of the closed entrance gates. Like, I don't know who the person is, like, so yes, maybe, I don't know. By the way, let me do some savings in here. I approach the person standing before the gates, but even when I'm standing only a few meters away, he doesn't realize I'm here. The jet black-haired boy keeps looking in direction of the academy fields. In complete silence, he has an upset look on his face. From time to time, he scratches or tilts his head like he has no idea what to do. Would you like to go inside? I uttered the words while taking a step towards him. Even though he definitely didn't sense my presence, he doesn't even gasp or show any sign of surprise. Oh, who is this person? He slowly turns my way, revealing mismatched eyes that almost seem to sparkle in the moonlight. A pair of mesmerizing deep green and dark purple orbs focus on me. Yeah, I guess. Are you a new student in the normal department? Normal department. Probably. He seems confused and a bit dazed. I should take him to the student council. Maybe Hiryu is still there. I step to the gates and unlock them. Come with me. Well, it's just that I don't know, wasn't there that thing that Rosalind was talking about, like people coming into the gates, but they were kind of like being controlled by other people? Well, but we still don't know if he's a student or not, right? So, I don't know. Just as we are about to enter the main building, someone calls my name from behind. Cheryl, what are you doing here? As he approaches us, Hiryu glances at the boy standing beside me. Who is this? Waiting for the boy to answer Hiryu's question, I glance at him, but he only looks back at Hiryu. Probably a new normal department student. New student in the normal department? No way, only Crystal Rose members would arrive at this time of the day. I don't know anything about a normal department or Crystal Rose, but I would like to be a student here. Well, actually, not just me. Hiryu lets out an exhausted sigh. I see. If you have the forms with your guardian's signature, then I guess you are still in time. The black-haired boy rifles through his pockets and draws out a pair of crumpled documents. Hiryu's eyes twitch slightly at the sight of the crumpled white sheets before taking them. He turns to enter the building and calls back to the boy. Alright then, let's get the rest of your registration done now. I will show you to one of the dorms after that. However, even after Hiryu leaves, the boy beside me doesn't move to follow him. I glance at him from the corner of my eyes. He is wearing the same dazed and confused expression as before. Can the rest of the registration be done tomorrow too? As far as I know. Okay, then please tell him I will come tomorrow. Huh? I turned to give him a surprised look, but he was already gone, running slowly towards the school gates. Kind of like a weird situation, like you went in there with the documents, wanting to, you know, enter the academy, but then when it's time to register, you're like, oh, I just come tomorrow. What? Why are there so many awkward people in here? I don't know. Is this like a new generation kind of thing? What's going on in here? So awkward, at least for me. Most of the people in here are so awkward. I catch up to Hiryu, who is already coming back in my direction with a scowl on his face. He left and said he would come back tomorrow. Yeah, don't ask me, dude. I see. And with that, he passes by me without even saying goodbye, probably leaving for his dorm. I'll better avoid meeting him for a few days. He will be in an awful mood.